Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and welcome to the show, y'all. Listen to me. If you got somebody in the penitentiary that you love and care about, tell them to keep their mouth shut when they get to talking about money. There's no reason for people in the penitentiary to be talking about how much money their family have, how much money they have, and so on and so forth. Right? And I'm going to tell you why. This story that I'm about to tell you is going to show you why if you got somebody in the penitentiary, you need to tell them to keep their mouth shut. Or if you're in the penitentiary and you listening to this show some kind of way, and you come into some money, shut up. Keep your mouth shut, man. Because I'm telling you, it's always somebody out there on the look trying to get theirs. You feel what I'm saying? That's just the nature of this thing, man. It's the nature of this environment, man. Let me get mine before you get yours. And I'm going to try to make you the victim before I become the victim, right? And this story is about this dude that got left a lot of money. This dude named Ron. He got left about $70,000, $80,000 by his family. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody in his family, an auntie or somebody passed away. And she was crazy about him when he was growing up. They grew up in a middle-class family. You know, and Ron kind of drifted off and started doing things he didn't have no business. And she had always been there for him, taking all of his phone calls, coming to visit him when she could. Because she got older, she couldn't come as much as she wanted to. But she was there for him. And she would always send him money to help pay for packages and food off the commissary and things like that. And every now and then when he would find himself in trouble for some stupid stuff that he would be doing in the penitentiary, she would send him some money to bail him out, but she really wasn't too keen on that because, you know, she felt like he was doing something that would keep him in there longer, right? You know, getting high or whatever. He never admitted to her that he was getting high and all of that old kind of stuff. So when she passed away, it tore him up. It crushed him to no end. Ron was just tore up. Now, his celly Leon, his celly Leon was kind of like one of those dudes that, you know, he presents as a good dude. He presents as a good dude, you know what I'm saying? And he, for the most part, he looked out for Ron as much as he could. But like I say, in the penitentiary, people are always looking for that angle to get theirs. You see what I'm saying? So one night, when they were in the room chilling, you know, Ron, he opened up to Leon about what was going on with him and this inheritance that he was about to get. You know, he showed Leon the paperwork from the lawyers and all this and that about how much his auntie had left him in her will and how they had to go through this process and then they were going to send him this money. So he was trying to figure out what to do with it and all. He was excited. He had like 4 years left to do in prison. So this was going to really help him continue to stay on that straight and narrow and live a good life when he got out. You know what I'm saying? If he did the right things, you know what I mean? And plus, it would help him get through the rest of his time a little bit better. He wouldn't have to worry about, you know, how much money he was going to be able to spend on the commissary or get him a package, buy some new shoes or whatever the case may be. He was going to be straight. He's beyond $80,000. He's beyond penitentiary rich. He got a little bread. You feel what I'm saying? So now, while he's telling Leon this, Leon is plotting. He's listening to him. He's like, man, dude got this money. Now, Leon had always looked at Ron as somebody that was a little green. You know what I'm saying? And he envied Ron a little bit because Ron would get in trouble. He could just pick up the phone and somebody would be there for him and they could take care of him and they bail him out, which was his auntie. And a lot of people in the penitentiary, they envy that because most of them have burnt their bridges out there. Or they don't have somebody that's able to do for them like they want them to be able to do, you know what I'm saying, for them in here. So they envy people that have that. So the best course of action for people in here is just keep your business to yourself for the most part. Because you never know when you're making somebody jealous or envious. Never underestimate the next man's greed. Never. And that might be a lesson for you out there too. So, but anyway, back to the story. So Leon starts to plot. And he's trying to figure out how can he get a piece of that 80? How can he get some of that money out of Ron's hands? You feel what I'm saying? Without asking for it, because he didn't want to ask him for it, because if he did, he knew he wasn't going to give him anything. And it's not like Leon needed the money or had plans for it. He just wanted to get something because it sounded like so much money. So much money. He can't. What he gonna do with 80,000? I need that. That's what Leon is thinking. So Leon go into his bag of tricks. He knew a lot of females on the town, a lot of prostitutes, a lot of street girls that get down and get grimy and don't mind putting on in the long game to get money. I'm tell you now, that long game is what get a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And the long game go like this. If she got to become his boyfriend, if she got to give him some tail, whatever the case may be, she's going to do that because in the end, it's about getting what he's got from him. You feel what I'm saying? So she going to play the long game and do whatever she got to do, make him fall in love, whatever the case may be. So Leon knew this girl. Her name was Pam. And Pam was a looker. She was a looker. She was a street girl. She was fast. I'm talking about so fast, like, you put a lame up against her, she going to take him down through there. She going to kiss on him and lick on him and have him thinking that she love him and all that. Next thing you know, her hand is in the pocket. She got everything. You know what I'm saying? Slick. So Leon, he get to talking about going to visit and how his girl's got a friend. Now, he done turned his girl on to the whole scam now. But he said, look, man, my girlfriend, she got a friend that's wanting to get her dude in the penitentiary, man. And I don't mess with a lot of these dudes. So I told her about you, man. You feel what I'm saying? Now, he knew Ron hadn't been to visit since his auntie passed away, and he didn't have a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, shoot, yeah. What she look like? What's her name? This and that. He said, man, I'm just going to give her your information and let her write. That's between y'all. Y'all do you. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You feel what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So Leon, he give the information to his gal. She give it to Pam. Now, Pam started writing it, sending the pictures. I'm talking about right, body built. You feel what I'm saying? Like, ooh, wee. I'm telling you now, then she's sending them pictures in the negligee. You know how you be doing up in them girls be sending pictures up in the penitentiary. They be in the restroom in front of the mirror and taking pictures of themselves, dressing all provocative and all that. She's sending them pictures like that and telling them that she just need a man that's going to treat her right, to know how to handle her physically and mentally and all this right. And, you know, Ron, he falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. He going for it. She put money on his books because, keep in mind, she playing the long game. She's playing the long game. Put a little on his books, he gonna think, oh, she with me. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's what she was doing. So then when they started going to visit, they up in the VG. You know what I'm saying? And they sat separate from where Leon and his girl sat. You know, they wanted some privacy. But keep in mind, Leon, his gal, and Pam, they all in it together. Ron don't know this. So while they sitting over to the side, they hugging and kissing and doing all this and that and that and this and feeling all, you know what I'm saying, feeling all some kind of way. After about 6 or 7 months, he started having feelings for her. And she playing the long game. She reciprocate everything he's saying. I love you too. They kissing and this and that. And then here we go. Leon, Pam, and his gal, they on the phone, right? One night. They plotting. It's time to make the move. Because Ron had gotten the money. But the money's put up. He can access it when he wants. He can do what he wants to do. But he got the money. So now Leon tell Pam, look, tell him you having problems out there. Tell him you having some problems and you need some help. Or, you know, it's just going to be a bad situation for you and you might have to move away. Go move with some relatives in another state. So she coming to visit, right? And she tell him, she get in the VG, she crying, and all this and that, right? And he's like, what's wrong, baby? What's wrong? So she tell him she having financial problems, this, that, and the third, and she got to pay these bills. If she don't pay these bills, she going to get put out. She going to lose her car, all this and that. And she tried to get a loan from her supervisor on an early paycheck. They wouldn't do it and all this and that. He was like, how much you need? And this is just a testing of the water. She said, I need a couple of grand. I need to pay my bills, this, and that. So he's not thinking, like, how you get behind on your bills? He ain't asking none of that. Because she got a job. She got a job, but she do a lot of night work too. But she got a job. He ain't asking no questions or nothing. He said, okay, I'll take care of that. Where you want me to send it to? She gave him an address. Boom, he mail it. He get the bank to send $2 grand to him. You feel what I'm saying? She got the money. So now, Leon and Pam, they plot, you know what I'm saying? They say, okay, they chop the money down the middle, $1,000 a piece. Because Pam, she all in it with Leon, all in it. She been knowing him for years. She ain't trying to get over on him because she know Leon ain't going to play no games with her. So they chop the money up. Now, they ready to hit him again. They want to hit him hard this time. So she come up with another lie. You know what I'm saying? Something where it's going to be bigger and better. So when she come to visit this time, she telling him she got to get a lawyer. Now, you know lawyers ain't cheap. So he said, what you need a lawyer for? She said, I got caught up on some old charges a long time ago, and now they just now coming up, and I got to go to court. And when I went up in there, they appointed me a public defender, but I don't want no public defender because if I keep a public defender, I'm probably going to get locked up. So he said, how much do you need? And this is how she baited him. She said, I don't know. Let me go talk to some lawyers, and then I'll let you know. So she leave, visit, everything straight. 2 or 3 days later, she tell him, I need 15. He said, 15,000? She was like, yeah. He said he can beat the case. Now, Ron been using just a little bit of the money. He ain't touched it really like that. He been using just a little bit of the money. When you're in the penitentiary, I don't care how much money you got, you can hit the Powerball, right? You ain't gonna be able to spend but $85 a week. And then every 3 or 4 months, they let you buy a package. And the most you can spend on that is, a food package is $125, $150, something like that. But a clothing package, you might be able to spend $300, $400, and then you're going to have everything you need. So you really ain't spending a whole lot of money in a year's time in the penitentiary. You can make it real confident on a couple of $1,000 in the penitentiary. You feel me? That's just what it is. A year, per year. So he ain't really put a dent in that money. Now, he done already hit her with $2,000. Now she needing this other money. You feel what I'm saying? And that's a lot of money. 15 what? But he got it. And he's in love. He blind. He can't see nothing. So he said, well, what do you want me to send him? She give him his lawyer's name, right? But she changed the address. Game popping is on. It's in full effect. I'm telling you now, penitentiary rules in full effect right here. She got a real lawyer's name in case he checked. But the address is different than the actual address that this lawyer's firm is at. The address is one of her homegirls. You feel what I'm saying? So he had the money sent. Bank sent the money. $15,000. So now she chop it right down the middle. That's right. She get Leon 7.5, she keeps 7.5. But they get greedier and greedier, and they keep coming up with story after story. And they milking him. And when they hit him for about half of that money total, they done got about half of this boy's money, $40-some thousand out of it. Then she don't even respond to his phone calls. She stopped responding, writing them letters. She stopped coming to visit. And he freaking out. He ain't thinking about the money. His heart is into this. His heart is breaking. His heart is into it. So he talking to Leon about it. He said, man, what's going on? Where's she at? What is really happening? You know what I'm saying? And he tell her, he said, man, I got some bad news for you. He said, what's going on, man? What happened? He said, man, Pam was in an accident last night. She in the hospital. And it don't look good. So he panicking. He said, is there anything I can do? He trying to call. He can't call nobody because ain't no numbers. You feel me? She's not answering the number that she was at. Now, ain't nothing wrong with this girl. This girl ain't in no hospital. Ain't been in no hospital. But he don't know that. So he panicking. Now, she's in the hospital. A month go by. 2 months go by. He writing letters every day talking about how much I love you, sending cards, having teddy bears sent over there, all this and that. She's sitting right there at the house and getting all of this, but she won't answer the phone. She won't come to visit him. She don't write him no more letters. Now, Leon and this gal Pam done got half of this boy's money, all because he was running his mouth. Now, they didn't want to hit him for all of it. Let me tell you why. The reason they didn't want to hit him for all of it because they was afraid if they hit him for all of it and then he get turned on to it, he might say something to the police about it. how they done frauded and conned it. You feel me? Yeah. So they want to just take half of it, break it off in a way to where he can't trace nothing, and then he just gonna have to hurt. Man, this boy hurt so bad. He started smoking, started getting on that dope, because he was tripping out. Ended up full-fledged, strung out. Ran through the other money, paying for dope. Now, them 4 years that he had, it's time for him to get out. Got out the penitentiary dead broke. Nothing. Nothing. And never heard from Pam again. Never heard from Pam again. All the addresses that she had given him were fake because he wanted to check all of them. He could not find this girl anywhere. Anywhere. He's just heartbroken. And he never, ever, as far as I know to this day, he still don't know where that girl is. And he's still on that dope. Just saying something to you about this because I want you to understand that a lot of people in here run their mouth, don't know what's going on, and don't even realize that the person that might be next to them is waiting on them, you know what I'm saying, to open their mouth so they can take that opportunity and take everything they got. So if you got somebody in the pension, tell them to keep their mouth shut about their money, about the money that you might have for them. Shut up. Just keep your mouth shut. You don't be telling everybody your business anyway. But before I go, I want to let you know one more thing. If you want to get a copy of my book, Rivals, check out in the description section. You're going to see, you know what I'm saying, the link to where you can get my book. And I wanted to share the news with you, you know what I'm saying, about the movie that's being made, the animated movie that's being made about the book Rivals. It's going to be a few months before it comes out, but it's going to be available on my YouTube channel. In the membership, you're going to have to sign up for membership, you know what I'm saying, so you can watch it. And but that hadn't been done yet. None of that's been done yet. But it's coming, y'all. It's coming. And I really hope that all of y'all support it. I want you to share it. When they come out with the trailer, I'm going to send that. I'm going to put that up on the Facebook page, and I want you to share with everybody that you know. Everybody that you know. I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting from y'all. You know what I'm saying? It really means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? That somebody in the penitentiary can do this and have people out there to support them. It means a lot. It means an awful lot. A lot of people talk about prison reform and all this and that. Prison reform is more than just changing the laws so people can get out or shorten sentences. Let me tell y'all something. Prison reform is about giving people in here hope. People like me hope that they can be prosperous in something that they want to do legally. Because once you have hope, it changes your heart. Once your heart is changed, you believe in yourself. Once you get your confidence back, then you believe that you can do anything under any circumstances the right way. And that is how y'all make me feel every day. Real talk. That's how y'all make me feel every day. Every time you listen to one of my episodes, every time you leave a message, even though I don't get to see them, my family tells me they'll read them to me over the phone or whatever the case may be, or they'll read your emails to me over the phone. What you do, every time each and every one of you do that, you give me hope. You make me feel like I matter. All of you matter. But you make me feel like I matter. And I want to thank you for that. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker. And I say peace, y'all.